Good evening. Welcome to day 21 of the 77-day video challenge. A few days ago, I mentioned that I'd had no memories show up on my timeline for Facebook. Well, this morning, I had one memory that showed up from a few years ago when I posted, I really need to find a grown-up job. Well, I have a grown-up job, I think. But at the time that I posted that a few years ago, I guess I must have been between jobs or I was working part-time. I've forgotten how long ago it was. I realized I have always thought in terms of having a job, but given very little thought to having a career. Right now, I have a pretty good job. It is hardly anything that anybody would consider a career position. I'm a courier. I have told people that, so I'm a 56-year-old errand boy. I collect the mail. I take deposits to the bank. I run errands for the company. So, what if I'm a 56-year-old errand boy? At least I'm a 56-year-old errand boy with health insurance and a 401k. The job that I have right now, I've had it for almost 4 years. And at first, I thought it was beneath me. I thought, oh, well, who wants this? I've got a degree. I shouldn't just be fetching stuff. But I realized it suits me in ways I would never have predicted. I have very few hard deadlines. I hardly ever have to talk on the telephone. The job is really stable. It's one of the most stable jobs in the company, I hope. And the hours suit me great. So, what I have to remember is that this job, although it's not really a career by most people's standards, does not define me. And this was one of the first things I had to embrace when I took on this not very glamorous yet stable job, is that my job does not define who I am. I can describe myself in many different words that never have anything to do with what I do between 8:15 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'm a volunteer. I'm a Sunday school teacher. I'm a brother, a son, a neighbor, a Toastmaster. I'm a board member. I think I'd like to believe that I'm a contributor to the well-being of other people's happiness. So whether I'm an errand boy does not define me. A few years ago, a friend of mine showed me a business card that he had printed out that didn't list his formal job title, but it listed him as a dreamer. And I thought that was fantastic. A tip that I picked up several years ago in a writing workshop was when you sign an email or when you introduce yourself to people, don't tell people that you're an accountant if that's not what you want to be with in your life. If you want to be a writer, introduce yourself as a writer. Introduce yourself as an artist. That's one perhaps reasonably healthy way of faking it until you make it, as I griped about a couple of nights ago. So embrace the identity that suits you best. If your 9 to 5 job isn't what defines who you are as a person, you don't have to do that. A lot of people don't even think of me as an errand boy elsewhere in my life. People I've known for years, people from church, people from Toastmasters, whatever, neighbors and friends, they ask me sometimes, what is it that you do for a living? And I tell them I'm a 56-year-old errand boy, but I'm a 56-year-old errand boy with a stable job, better than being a 56-year-old ex-errand boy. All of that. So my job doesn't define who I am. I have the liberty to explore who I want to be because I have that floor of stability now. I'm looking for ways to challenge that, to expand who I want to be after 5 p.m. Do I want to be a partner? Do I want to be an artist? Do I want to be an author? How do I want to be a contributor? Over the remaining days of this 77-day video challenge, perhaps you can give me some insights into how I can be a better contributor to the rest of the world after 5 p.m. I will see you tomorrow night for day 22, stay true to 22, of the 77-day video challenge. Good night.